Chris Santiago with MMA Island. Today I'm talking to a jack of all trades, if you will. We're talking to radio co-host, MMA media personality, reporter, all of that jazz. We're talking to MMA Island's own Maddie Levine. Maddie, how's it going today?
What's going on, Chris? It's so good to talk to you today.
Yeah, for sure. First question right off the bat, how's training camp going for you?
I'm exhausted, but in the best way possible, It's been a while since I've been in a fight camp like this. My last fight was in 2021, and my last fight before that was before the pandemic. So I kind of took the one in 2021 as like, all right, let's get back into this. Didn't really have to cut much weight though. But this one, I'm in a pretty good weight cut. I've been training like a professional, which I try to do for every fight camp, and things are going good. My body feels great, which is always a plus. No injuries, knock on wood. Still got 10 days to go. But we're feeling good. I'm getting really excited.
Awesome. Good to hear. And what's it like being MMA Island's most dangerous reporter? Like, how does that feel?
Most dangerous. I like that. It feels really good. I was so extremely flattered when you reached out to me to join the team, and we talked about it, and I knew right off the bat I wanted to join MMA Island and hop on that wave because I love what you guys are doing. Constantly giving out the content that the fighter fans want. So to just be a part of the journey of MMA Island has been really exciting. As far as being the most dangerous, luckily I haven't had to use any of my specific set of skills on anybody. But you never know. You never know what the future brings,
Yeah, for sure. And before we get into your next fight, what kind of music have you been listening to prepare for this fight? Like, and what's going to be your walkout song?
Oh, great questions. So I actually just got messaged by the promoter earlier this week being like, hey, I need that walkout song. I'm terrible at choosing walkout songs. It's always a last minute decision. I usually make my friends pick it for me because I can never decide. I tend to walk out to Logic. I've walked out to him a couple times. I'm leaning towards Nail Tech by Jack Harlow for this one, just because it's an absolute banger. I love the beat. I'm a sucker for a good beat. But then, I've gone the other spectrum too. I've walked out to I Feel Good by James Brown. That was a great one. But as far as what I've been listening to, I'm really into Jack Harlow lately. Really like him. I like hip hop. I work for a pop radio station, so I hear a lot of pop in my day. I don't really have that on my playlist though. I listen to a lot of hip hop, a lot of rap. And then, I like to throw in the ska and the reggae in there somewhere. So it really depends on if I'm listening in the car or if I'm trying to get amped up in the gym. But if you have any suggestions for my walkout song, I'm all ears.
Hey, we might have to let the fans pick it out for you. I mean, 90K followers, we might have to have them pick it out.
I'm down for that. I mean, let me know what I should walk out to.
Awesome, Maddie. And with this fight, you're fighting for something bigger than yourself, which I admire that about you. You're fighting for American Heart Association to raise up money for that. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so my good friend Lindsay Adaluca, she works for American Heart Association, and she was tasked with kind of putting a task force together of influencers in Southern New England to take 6 weeks and raise as much money as possible for the association, specifically the Southern New England chapter, so where we're located. And when she asked me, I jumped on it immediately. I think it's such a great organization, and it kind of hit home for me because back in 2019, my mom actually did suffer from a heart attack, which was incredibly scary. I was out of town. I couldn't even see her. She didn't even tell me. So I was actually out of town on vacation. I land. I don't care how old I am. I'm always going to call my parents when I land. So I call my mom. I'm like, oh, we landed safely, whatever. And she tells me she has a heart attack over the phone, like it's nothing. But through that, we did a lot more research that the American Heart Association actually provided. So this was a kind of a chance for me to give back to an organization that is constantly giving to others. And they do so much for friends and families in need that we don't even consider. Like, sure, we see the blood drives and we see CPR classes, but there's so much education and fundraising that goes into making differences in other people's lives, that just having 6 weeks and having a small part of that has been extremely rewarding. So it's been really exciting to kind of dedicate this fight camp to raising awareness as well.
And along with raising awareness, you're raising money for it. How much money have you collected from donations so far?
So far, we're at 7,000. So it's been incredible. I really, tried to not put a ceiling on it. I just kind of put my feelers out to everybody, and people like you and people like that I don't even know have been kind enough to go to my landing page, to donate whatever they have. And to be honest, it's such an awkward time to ask people for money, and like everybody is struggling in their own way. And to be able to say I raised almost $7,000 is a little emotional. The fact that people were kind enough to give back and to make a difference when they might not be doing so well either. So I'm really proud of what we raised so far.
Do you have a certain goal in mind for how much money that you want to raise?
Well, when Lindsay and I spoke 6 weeks ago, we were like, $25,000. Let's go.
Nice.
I knew that was a huge number, but if you're not scared of your goals aren't big enough. So we made it very big. And if we reach $25,000, amazing. But the fact that we were able to do what we did, I'm so grateful for it. Like any amount, and that's what I told everybody that was donating, any amount helps. Like whether you donated $5 or 5,000, any amount helps. So I'm proud of it.
Awesome. Great to hear that. And just going to your next fight, I believe you're fighting Trixie Baldwin. What do you know about them? And can you give me some more details about this fight?
Yeah, to be fair, I really don't know much about her. I've seen maybe one or two of her fights. I know she does MMA as well. So one of those fights I did watch was her MMA fight. She's long. She's long, she's durable. She is not going to be somebody that I just walk over. And that's why this fight is really exciting to me, because I really wanted somebody that was going to challenge me. And I told my coach, I want somebody that's going to bring the fight to me. And from what I hear, that's what she does. So I'm really excited to be able to showcase what I've been working on. I'm pretty sure she's a southpaw. So, that always throws a wrench into the mix. So that's exciting as well. But she's going to be longer. She's going to be taller, but she's certainly not going to be stronger. So I'm really excited to just showcase what I've been doing for the past 6 weeks plus. I try not to say like, oh, I'm in fight camp, because I try to be training constantly. Fight camp usually means I'm not eating carbs and chocolate type of thing. But as far as what I know about her, I don't really know much. I hear that she's very tough. So am I. So it's going to be a good fight.
And have you been training karate at all with your husband? I mean, obviously he's a big karate guy. Have you been mixing that in?
So funny enough, a little, nothing crazy.
Ooh, nice.
Nothing crazy. Like you're not gonna see me in a gi, like a karate gi, anytime soon doing taekwondo. Not happening. But he did just do a seminar with a good friend. His name is Dylan. I want to make sure I get his last name right. He deserves that much. 1 second. All right, of course I can't find it, but surprisingly enough, Ross and a good friend of mine, he's the owner of Mindlock, which is like it's like self-talk and psychological help for sports performance. His name is Dylan. He's amazing. He actually is from Canada and has a background in Taekwondo. He was on like the national Canada team at one point. So he knows his stuff when it comes to karate, and so does my husband. So they just did a really fun seminar on how to incorporate the Taekwondo style into Muay Thai and MMA. So I got a mean sidekick right now. Figuring out the mean sidekick, figuring out, like what's it called? As you can see, I still got a lot of learning to do.
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna keep the karate to my husband Ross, and I will focus on the Muay Thai.
Mhm. And it's a late congrats, but congrats on getting married with him and like last year. I just want to know, before all of that, how did the first date go? Like, what was the first date like?
The first date. Oh man. Okay. Well, I will say we met at the gym.
Hmm.
We met at Pride Martial Arts. I was there already, and he came in, and I remember seeing him and being like, "Yeah, he's pretty good looking." And then we were friends, we were teammates, whatever. And I actually was going through a breakup, and he's gonna kill me. But he slid in the DMs. He slid in the DMs. He said, "If you need somebody to talk to, I got you." And I'm like, "Oh my god, here we go." But clearly it worked because we went out for drinks, and then I think we've been hanging out ever since. So that was almost 4 years ago, 2017. So 9, 10, yeah, like 4 years ago.
Nice. I'm guessing he's gonna be in your corner for this one.
Of course, of course. Yeah, he's we have an interesting dynamic of husband and wife and coach and student, and to this day we still are working it out, ironing it out. But we've come to a really great place where we can kind of switch roles and switch hats and know, okay, you're my coach right now. What do I do? How do I do it? And he's just so knowledgeable about the fight game that I trust him wholeheartedly, between him and my head coach Andrew Cornell. So it's been such a blessing to be able to share this journey with my husband, which is like, it's crazy. But also to be able to have him as my coach and in my corner and be able to share those moments together, because if he wasn't there, I'd honestly feel lost. So I'm glad he's there.
Hmm. And I believe he and you both were at Bellator 271. I think last December. Tell me about the picture perfect moment that you caught of Sergio Pettis knocking out Kyoji Horiguchi, because I mean
God.
that went viral and you caught it at the right perfect time. So tell me more about that.
So yeah, that was a wild night. So when I told Ross that we were going, I said, "Okay, we're going under the MMA Island banner. You have to behave." Like, just giving them the pet talk or whatever. And basically, the rule was just keep the cameras rolling. No matter what you're doing, just make sure that you're rolling a camera, I'm rolling a camera. If I'm looking down, you're looking up. Like, we were just, like tag teaming this show like no other. And I actually happened to be looking down, and he was rolling. So shout out to my husband for that viral video, because plot twist, it was him. But we're a team, we're a unit. So he's like, "I can't believe I just
You
got
guys
this."
get both the credit. Yeah, I
Oh
feel
my
you.
god, we were freaking out. To be in the arena when that happened live was, I'll never forget it, because I mean, if you recall, it certainly wasn't going in Pettis's favor.
Mhm.
And so you see people start getting up, they start leaving. They're like, "Oh, okay, like it's in the bag for Horiguchi, it's all done." And then boom, the place just erupts. And I look at my husband, and his face is like, "I got it, I got it." It was great.
Mhm. I mean, that was the best video, like, I saw of the highlight. I mean, even
Yeah,
Sergio reposted it, so, like,
I
congrats to you
know.
guys for getting it.
I know. He is the best wingman you could possibly ask for. I told him to keep rolling, and he did exactly what he was supposed to do.
Mhm. And I see that you've been, doing interviews on not just MMA, on the CES and,
Yeah.
radio shows and your personal channel, which is growing, like, tremendously. What's been your favorite interview that you've done so far?
Man, that's a tough one. I just
'Cause
feel so blessed, first of all, of how fast the platform is growing and the connections that are happening, because I truly, truly love the fight game. And I really hope that resonates with people that watch my videos and that follow MMA Island. Like, I hope they understand, like, this is my life. Martial arts is what I do. So this is just really exciting. And the the best one, I think the one that I fangirled a little bit was Tiffany Van Soest, just because of
that was
my
a good one.
background with Muay Thai. And she was one of like the first fighters I started following. So to interview her, I was like, "Oh my God, oh my God." But Ben Askren has to be the best one. I
Yeah,
mean, to do
funky. You
that
can't go wrong with funky. Yeah.
for you guys and to be able to just basically shoot the shit with Ben Askren was definitely on the top of the list. He's such a cool guy. He had every reason to be bitter and to be, embarrassed or whatever. And he's just not. Like, he's just such a good person and like easy to talk to. And yeah, I mean, that's definitely number one.
Mhm. And that's like, on the top of your list, but in terms of your list, when it comes to dream interviews, like
Mm.
interviews that you just like dream of having, what's on the top of that list?
I'd love to be on the Joe Rogan podcast, obviously. That would be wild. Laura Sanko, definitely up there.
Ooh, okay.
Fun fact, I slid in Laura's DMs and haven't heard anything. I don't blame her. I don't blame her. She's a busy woman. She's a busy woman. Laura Sanko's definitely up there. Sean O'Malley is up there. That would be a wild interview, I have a feeling.
We'll make that
Um,
happen.
yeah, that would be an interesting one. I just have a feeling on that one. Yeah, I would say that those are my top 3 right now. Still haven't been able to get Calvin Cater behind the mic either. That would be a nice one too. Just being, I am familiar with the cartel. I've shared mats with them. We know each other. I've never been able to literally get him to sit down for an interview. So that one would be cool too.
I just want to like snip this interview where you say, I'm in with the cartel and just, get that, I mean, it just like looks so bad. Oh
It
yeah,
really
I'm in
does.
with the cartel.
I know them very well, but don't tell anybody that.
Gotcha. And I didn't have that much questions for you, but what can the fans expect to see from the great Maddie Levine on April
Mm.
23rd?
Oh, okay. Well, my goal obviously is to win, right? That's always the big thing. But my personal goals for this fight were much bigger than that. And I want people to see poetry in motion is basically what I'm aiming for. Is I'm trying to paint a canvas with my skills and just highlight everything that I've been doing in and out of the gym. I've been working on my mental game a lot for this one. My physical game is there, and I just want to put on a clinic, honestly. I really enjoy barn burners. I am known for doing those, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'm learning things. So I really hope to showcase my fight IQ a little bit and just show people that like I walk the walk and talk the talk.
Okay, I could get
Yeah.
behind that for sure.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Maddie, so much for the time for the interview. Do you have anything to say to the fans out there watching?
Hop on the new wave. I'm telling you, MMA Island's where it's at. And I am so honored to be a part of the organization. And I'm so excited to see what the future holds for MMA Island. And make sure you follow me at Maddie on Air so we can be friends. And I hope to see you guys soon.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Maddie. Appreciate it.